came out and said, we're being lied to about, well, he told his colleagues in emails, there are no WMDs in Iraq. We've been ordered to fix intelligence around this. I'm not going to do it. Of course, later it came out. The head of MI6 was ordered. There were meetings with Bush. It was fixed. But early on, that was the start of the war. They couldn't have that. He was found dead. And the first witnesses said 5 men in black uniforms ran away from the body, slit wrist, no blood there, 2 undigested pills. And they said he died of pills and slit his wrist, no blood. Folks, if someone has slit their wrist, they bleed out. There's gallons of blood there. No blood. They murdered him, and the Hutton inquest basically found that in England. So, I mean, that's when you know something's suspicious. And this is really weird. Now, it looks like the British government, the bureaucracy, the BBC mafia, is going after Rupert Murdoch. It's not that either side's good. They're all globalists just fighting for power. And the fact that the whistleblower is dead could mean 3 things. The government's going to use this crisis only so far and doesn't want it to go too high, so they've gotten rid of a witness. Or people connected to Rupert Murdoch helped this guy. Or it's real, he committed suicide or whatever. Sean Hoare, the former News of the World showbiz reporter, who was first named journalist to allege that Andy Coulson was aware of phone hacking by his staff, has been found dead. It'll be hard now to have that court hearing, won't it? The Guardian has learned. Hoare, who was working on The Sun and the News of the World with Coulson before being dismissed for drink and drug problems, is said to have been found dead at his Watford home. So I guess firing him and claiming he was a drunk wasn't enough to discredit him. Hertfordshire police would not confirm his identity, but the force said in a statement at 10:40 a.m. today, police were called to Langley Road, Watford, following the concerns for the welfare of a man who lives at the address on the street. Upon police and ambulance arrival at the property, the body of the man was found. The man was pronounced dead at the scene shortly after. The death is currently being treated as unexplained, but not thought to be suspicious. Okay. This could bring down the prime minister, but it's not suspicious. It's like this little kid gets thrown down the stairs and dies, and then the girlfriend of the rich, one of the top 3 pharmacological companies, she's found hanging dead from the balcony, arms and legs bound, and it's not suspicious. It's not. I mean, folks, that's what people think I'm joking about. Fahmy Malak, the Arkansas medical examiner, where they would, state police would be machine gunned off the road, hundreds of bullets, and they'd say the cop committed suicide. Cops investigating Clinton. Or they'd grab a private investigator, cut their arms, legs off, shotgun holes in the head, gasoline on their body in a landfill, suicide. That's even better than this one. I know you won't go look that up. You don't believe me. That's on record in the Arkansas. What about this new one I read earlier? In fact, where are my stacks? I read it in the first hour. I shouldn't be laughing about this. It's so incredibly dangerous. Where the woman is hanging off the front balcony, bound, naked, dead, and the police are saying, oh, this may not be foul play. We're not sure what we're going to do with this. When a little kid falls down the stairs a few days before and is now dead in the hospital. There it is. A millionaire 6-year-old son dies in a mysterious accident at mansion where his father's lover was found hanging naked, bound. He can't make that up. Can't make that up. And, oh, well, he's the main witness in the case. And you've got the police chief of Scotland Yard resigning, the head of the Metropolitan Police resigning. You got the head of News Corps, division in the UK, arrested over the weekend, and the main witness dies. And you know what? Nothing to see here. Move along, please, everyone. Everything is fine. The government is taking good care of you. He told the newspaper that not only did Coulson, the aide to the prime minister, know the phone hacking, but that he actively encouraged his staff to intercept the phone calls of celebrities in pursuit of exclusives. In a subsequent interview with the BBC, he alleged that he was personally asked by his then-editor Coulson to tap into phones. In an interview with the Prime Minister program, he said Coulson's insistence that he did not know about the practice was a lie. It is simply a lie. Well, you've been handled, haven't you? At the time of Downing Street spokesman, Coulson totally and utterly denied the allegations. though now it turns out the police were reportedly bribed. We're going to come back and go to your calls, and I'll get into all the other economic news, police state news, world news. Also, the Formula One racetrack in Austin that taxpayers are going to have to pay for. The daughter of this guy's worth $4 billion and buys $150 million houses. Well, why not? All over the world, it's taxpayer paid for. They get $5 million in tax breaks because the Formula One track has been ruled an environmental sanctuary with all the race car evil carbon. It's like Al Gore's got these giant 15, 20,000 square foot houses and private jets, but he says you need to be charged carbon taxes for your tiny apartment. I mean, these people are so sick. We'll be right back.
Attention gardeners, this is an urgent GCN self-reliance update. GCN has just discovered a new bioactive superfood for garden plants, flowers, and herbs. It's called ProtoGrow, and it's so effective at producing rapid plant growth that it seems to almost force plants to grow like crazy under practically any soil and light conditions. Now, here's the best part for our listeners who garden for self-reliance. ProtoGrow's unique blend of C nutrients maximizes mineral uptake and dramatically increases bloom set, creating maximum plant growth in minimum time. ProtoGrow works by providing geometric keys, which have the capacity to actually unlock the genetic code for nutritional uptake in plants. ProtoGrow's full spectrum plant fertility means fruits and vegetables with extraordinary taste and up to 10 times the nutritional value. And if you want to double or triple the potency of herbs or wheatgrass, you can. If you want to grow nutritionalized superfoods with non-hybrids, it's now easy. GCN listeners who want to grow dirt cheap superfoods should visit the ProtoGrow website at growlikecrazy.com. That's www.growlikecrazy.com or call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Hi, I'm Mark Craighead, founder of Crossbreed Holsters. I designed our top-selling holster, the Super Tuck Deluxe, to solve the problems of being poked, pinched, and gouged while carrying concealed. The Super Tuck Deluxe is the most comfortable, most concealable holster on the market today. We offer a 2-week free trial and a lifetime warranty.
Visit us at crossbreedholsters.com. Don't forget, crossbreedholsters.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
What would you do with a check for $25,000? What if you could eliminate all of your credit card debt in 90 days and keep all of your money? Hi, I'm Jason Davenport, and I've just completed ZeroDebt100.com, a program that stops and prevents debt collections of all kinds, including debt collectors and foreclosures, with guaranteed results. Forget loan modification. Zero Debt showed me how to get the banks to pay my property taxes and insurance while stopping my foreclosure without paying one dime. An attorney tried to garnish my wages, but the court denied his request because of what I filed from the Zero Debt program. Find out how I did this by calling Zero Debt today at 800-477-9256. Tell them Jason sent you and ask for the Zero Debt special and the free bonus promotion about stopping an IRS levy and getting your money back. Tell them Jason sent you and call 800-477-9256. 800-477-9256. That's 800-477-9256 or visit www.zerodebt100.com.
All right.
Run on
Coming up, CIA veteran Robert Baer predicts September Israeli-Iran war. That's from Zero Hedge. Paul Watson has a more detailed report coming out any minute now at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com. We'll get into that more coming up. But right now, let's go to Andrew in France, then Jordan, Nick, Chuck, Michael, and others. Andrew, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi there, Alex.
Hey.
I've been an architect for 9/11 Truth for the past 6 years. I've been living in Europe for the past 8 years. And I've got 3 points I'd like to make. The first is kind of a side note. I've experienced personally Codex Alimentarius. There was an herbal tea that I was buying for 2 years, and all of a sudden I can't get it anymore. And so it's the real deal, you know. They don't mess around.
Oh, no, it's in the European papers. They're banning hundreds and hundreds of over-the-counter herbal remedies, vitamins, minerals, and they put it in the Food Safety Act last year. They're trying to pass it this year. Do the same thing here, and the public's like, they'll never do that. Oh, they'll never pass Obamacare. They'll never have the TSA grab our genitals. They'll never ban gardens at our houses. Yes, they will.
Yeah, you know, it's absolutely true. And they can't even advise on herbal remedies anymore. They can't have it on the package. They can't personally in the stores advise you anymore. That's the first point. Second point is when the Osama bin Laden death farce came out a couple months ago, I was so enraged by the French media's coverage of it that I went on to La Libération, their website, and I'm reading this ridiculous story about the farce. And so I go into the forum, I leave a comment. It was a day-old article. I leave a comment. Come on, guys, this is ridiculous. In French, I wrote it in French. This is ridiculous. Go see the truth. Go to Infowars.com. Within 10 minutes, I had someone attacking me. And these comments are no one attacks people in the forum. You know, it's like somebody reads an article and then they write their comment and they let it go. So someone attacked me personally. So I respond. I say, okay, you know, you can attack me all you want, but why don't you attack the ideas? Go to the site. Why don't you let people decide for themselves? Go to the site and check it out. Within another 2 minutes, someone was already, a different person, in theory, was already attacking me. And so it made me think, and it made me think about how InfoWars maybe needs to formally bring the war to non-Anglo Europe, because obviously in England it's pretty well known, but maybe in France and Spain and Italy.
No, it's very well known there. I mean, I've had family before in Europe, and they find out that, you know, that, I mean, they'll mention, you like Alex Jones? And then when they, you know, hear that they're, I've talked to other people in business who go over there, and they just mention Alex Jones. Suddenly, you know, they've got a driver for the whole day, wants to drive them around for free. There are a lot of people that are awake over there. But at the same time, sir, it came out in the news today that the Pentagon is manipulating social networks worldwide. They have very sophisticated bots that can simulate humans, countering information. They do it with ridicule. There is a full spectrum attack on the Internet right now against alternative news and information. So I think that's what you probably are seeing, Andrew.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know if it was a bot or not, but it made me think maybe you could do like forum bombs where you just pick a newspaper for the day, La Repubblica in Italy or Le Monde in France, and you say, okay, this is a ridiculous.
Well, I think that's a great idea, Andrew. But I mean, every day ought to be that. I mean, that's where the fights are going on. And I really appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you so much for the call. Look, the power of people starting a local newsletter. And physical paper being delivered to their door, even if you start with your block, the power of starting your own website, the power of doing your own YouTube videos, the power of you becoming a leader, that is what is unstoppable. Thank you. And sure, Infowars.com is a focal point, but it's about you doing what you did, and that's a beautiful thing. Jordan in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, I couldn't tell if I was on or not. Anyway, good to talk to you again. I was going to tell you on July 4th, I went to the Grassy Knoll. I'd never actually been there, interestingly enough. And I took some pictures of the picket fence that I found to be pretty interesting. People riding on there, things like JFK plus 9/11 equals chokehold on the masses and Warren Commission lied. It was very refreshing, basically, to see that people aren't buying it at all anymore. I was wanting to know if you would be interested in me sending those to you or anything like that.
Sure. I mean, just post them up on a Twitter account or something yourself. I wouldn't just like the last guy, send everything to us like we're the headquarters, though that's fine if you'd like to. We get a lot of great information from listeners. But, yeah,